Hey there, stamping friends. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to show you how to make this gorgeous poinsettia, which I have adhered to the top of this craft gift box. It's really easy, so stick with me. You're going to start with the Build a Blossom stamp set, and I used the larger and smaller leaf stamp from this stamp set. You're going to want to stamp 5 in cherry cobbler ink onto cherry cobbler cardstock, and then you'll want 3 of that larger leaf in garden green ink onto garden green cardstock. And then using the smallest little leaf stamp, you're going to want to stamp 3 in cherry cobbler ink onto cherry cobbler cardstock, and then 1 garden green. Once you have those stamped, you're going to use your Blossom Petals builder punch and punch out so that you end up with 8 of the larger leaf and then 4 of the smallest leaf. To make it easy, start with a 1 3/4 inch circle of cherry cobbler cardstock, and then you're going to take all your petals. Before you adhere them, it's a nice little trick to take your bone folder and give it a little curl towards that point, and it'll look really nice, a little more realistic. So do that to all of your petals before you start gluing. And then you're just going to add some adhesive. I like to use the liquid so that I have a chance to scoot it around. I used the 4 garden green on the bottom, or I'm sorry, 3. 3 garden green on the bottom, and 1 cherry cobbler leaf on the bottom. So that's your first layer, a little plus there. And then in these gaps, you're going to add the 4 remaining of the larger cherry cobbler leaves. And that'll fill in sort of an X shape. I'm going to add just a little bit more adhesive there. Make sure we get everybody glued down. And so that'll fill in those spaces. Oops. Okay, now we're going to add on these 4 smaller leaves. And the way I did that was I used the garden green leaf to go against the cherry cobbler leaf from that bottom layer. And then the 3 remaining cherry cobbler small leaves line up with the garden green leaves from the base. Now, of course, when you're making yours, you would take a little bit longer to glue those down. Make sure that they are stuck, and you probably wouldn't have as much glue oozing out of the edges as I do right now. Okay. So next you're going to want to take your owl builder punch and that medium-sized circle that's above the owl there. You're going to want to punch out 3 of that size circle out of the champagne glimmer paper, and then that will give you the little flower center. So just add a pop of adhesive on the back and add those to the center. I like to overlap mine just a little bit. And again, you would take a little bit longer with yours to make sure that yours were really stuck down. So once you have that all adhered together and it has a chance to dry, you're going to want to take a little spritz bottle and your champagne mist shimmer paint. Add a few drops to your spritz bottle that has some rubbing alcohol in there, and in a well-ventilated area, spritz the daylights out of it. And by doing that, you get this really beautiful shimmer to your poinsettia. It looks even more beautiful in real life, and the person who gets this will just be delighted. Thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful day.